What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. I am Ryan, your host, and also with me is
Cody. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody, the hostess with the mostest, Ryan, right here beside me.
And this, I'm in front of you, and this is the Cummcast.
Episode number 9.
Who gives a shit?
Number 9. It's going to be important once we get to like 100. I mean, it's going to be important for you to remember.
No, it's not, because that's when you don't remember, because it's fucking stupid.
No, it's not stupid.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to have like anniversaries like on episode,
Episode 52. That's a year.
Yeah, exactly. Episode 52. That's a year. So we're going to have an anniversary. Episode 100. Episode 1000. You know, we're going to have stuff like that.
Well, we probably won't get up to 1,000.
Celebration. Yeah, we fucking will.
Hopefully we get some new microphones set up by then. If not, we're broke-ass bitches.
We're still broke-ass bitches.
You are. I'm not.
Okay.
You owe me money.
Anyway. So how's everybody's week going? Hope everybody's had a good week. Great week for me. You know, just work.
That's great.
Getting shit done. I big step in my life coming up. I'm moving in with my girlfriend when my lease ends. This fall, taking the big leap, moving in with my girlfriend Tracy. So just been trying to get money to get working a little bit more, trying to get money together for the deposit and
all your shops.
Yeah, all that. No. The place we live, we're probably gonna live at. We haven't got accepted yet, but I'm getting my hopes up. But the place we're probably gonna live at, it's really nice. But so just working more, trying to save up money for all the deposit and the admission fee and all that fucking bullshit. And they have an application fee. What the fuck kind of shit is that?
Because it takes time to process everybody's that's putting in for it. So that's
$40. $40.
Usually it's $100.
Actually, with this place, it was really nice because they waived the application fee. Currently, I don't know why, but that's $40 we didn't have to pay.
Probably because nobody applied for it.
No, it's probably because it's in between seasons.
Well, they usually do that is because they sit there for hours and hours and hours and hours and go through and try to find the best person that will fit and maintain payments, and so they get their money. So that's why they do that.
Right. Well, I live in a college town, so I mean it's in between semesters, so summer vacation, and when we move in, it's going to be the fall, so it's going to be right when the students are coming back. But as of right now, they waived the application fee, so that's good. But we're moving in. We're hopefully going to get this one that we want, move in this fall. So big step for me. I'm excited and kind of nervous. I've had her, staying at my apartment right now with my current lease a lot lately.
All the time?
Yeah, because I'm trying to get used to it. I'm trying to get used to her being around me every day and staying with me. I think it's a very practical thing. I think, honestly, I think it's good that I'm trying to get used to her living with me. To be honest with you.
I don't know. Let's ask Wikipedia. Is it a good thing for your girlfriend to move in with you after
10 months?
No.
10 months is not that bad. I mean, I know people, they told me that they've moved in after 10 months. A lady that
Where are they at? Divorced?
No, they've been dating for like 3 years. They've been together forever. But, okay, not forever, like over 2 years. But, a lady that I know, her and her husband, they moved in after 3 months together. So I think it's good. I know I'll be ready, but I've been having her stay with me a lot lately just because I'm trying to get used to her being around and living with me and getting in her daily habits and stuff like that. I know it's different because she technically doesn't stay with me, so she doesn't have a lot of stuff at my house per se, but I think it's good. I think it's good, and it's a big step for me, but I'm excited and kind of nervous, so I'm getting ready for it, and by this fall, it'll be time, and I'm excited for it. So it's a big thing for me right now. So we just been filling out the application this week and stuff like that, and I've been working, and that's about it, honestly.
I think it'll be a fucking hassle. I think about 6 weeks in, you'll just be like, Ryan, can I move back in with you? And I'll be like, no, Cody, you moved out. Bye bye.
It's been a year. It'll be a year this month since I moved out of here. And
that's right, yeah.
I don't miss being here.
I don't miss you here either.
I will not ever come back here.
Me and Bo, the faithful hound. We don't miss you.
The faithful hound, yeah.
Yeah.
The faithful hound. But friends down,
because the podcast studio's in your old bedroom, so I'm glad you're not here.
Yeah, but yeah, so if I move back in, we couldn't have this podcast in the bedroom. We'd
It'd be in the dirty, nasty basement.
Yeah, which that's
concrete floors and
that's not practical at all.
Echo chamber out the butt.
Right. That's not practical at all. That's But yeah, when I moved out a year ago, friends told us that I'd be back here in a year. That ain't happening. Lots happened in a year. A lot of stuff's happened to me in the past 5 months, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. Me and her we'll be dating 5 months on the 19th. And if you asked me 6 months ago that I'd meet her and be here, I would have called you a liar.
Your longest relationship. The
longest relationship, and by far the hardest. It really is the hardest.
Is it your longest one?
Yeah, the longest I ever dated anybody was 3 months, and that was in high school. And I don't count that because it didn't work out, and I don't know. It just that didn't work out because the relationship was stupid, and I don't think high school counts. And now when you get out of high school and you're dating somebody, I think that counts because you're in the real world, and if you're working and stuff like that, you have responsibilities, and if you live together, that's different. But I feel like when you're in high school and you're living in your parents' houses, I feel like that's just kind of a bullshit thing because you're both...
Not really. I mean, if you don't have any money.
Well, you're both fucking hormonal, and you just want to...
Oh, both like the couple moving.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I thought you just meant one person.
No, I'm talking about both of them. You're both hormonal. You're both going through shit. You want to party, and you want to fuck everything. It's, that's all you want to do.
You want to fuck your mom. You want to fuck your dad.
And, I mean, Tracy, she's younger than me. But she's sometimes...
That's reminded me of a story.
Sometimes she's more mature than I am, though. And
sure.
She really is. Sometimes she's more mature than I am, but yeah, I just feel like my last relationship was high school, so I was single for 8 years before I met her. And this is my longest relationship. This is my first ever, I consider, adult relationship, and I've never...
Adult meaning...
over 18.
Oh, okay.
That's what I mean. Adult meaning over 18.
Right, over 18.
After high school.
Yeah.
So, and it was weird for me at first because like the first time we ever took a shower together, I have never taken a shower with anybody in my life.
Gross.
Besides you when we were like 2. Mom has pictures. But, yeah, I mean, we used to take showers together, or baths. We used to take baths together. It saves water. Yeah, we used to take baths together.
Yeah, when we were tiny enough to fit in a bathtub.
It doesn't, yeah.
Now we look like loaves of bread. Yeah,
but, so, first time we ever took a shower together, I had no idea what to do, and, so, I was so nervous that I farted in the shower. Do you ever fart in the shower?
Yeah, it stinks because it's hot.
It's fucking horrible.
Hot mess.
I forgot she was behind me because I didn't know what to do, and I farted, and she was right behind me, and she got out of the shower and waited till it cleared out, and then she came back in. It was ridiculous. And
at your house? Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, my apartment. Yeah, and when she came back in, finished showering, and we got done. And I'd never done anything like that before, so I asked her, I said, so what'd you think? How was it? And she's like, honestly? I said, yeah, you can be honest with me. She's like, it felt like I was watching rhinos at the zoo.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
was she getting your back or something?
Yeah. I've never had my back washed. Had my back washed, and it feels so good.
They make like those loofahs on a stick that I want to get.
Yeah, it's so weird if you don't have like a loofah on a stick or you don't have
$30.
Yeah, if you don't have a significant other, it's weird how washing your back is so underrated. I'll tell you what, I'm glad she's there so she can scrub the shit on my back. There's nothing else like it. If guys that got a significant other, ladies, significant other, whoever you are, you got somebody that scrubs your back in the shower, I feel you. I know what the fuck you're talking about. That's great.
That's what I always said is the key to a man's heart is you scratch his back. Purr like a fishing boat. I don't know.
Yeah.
Make you purr like a kitten.
What really gets me is when Tracy rubs my head. Honestly. When she rubs... No, seriously, when
probably mine, because I got bad dandruff.
No, when it's not shaved. Because I shave my head. When it's not shaved and it's just a little stubble like this, and when she rubs my head, oh, that fucking gets me bad. Gets me bad. I purr like a vibrator.
All right.
It's bad.
All right, enough of this sissy bullshit. We haven't done anything. Nothing.
Okay, Ryan hasn't done anything.
No. Nothing. Anyway, all right. Let's get into the beer of the week.
All right, guys. It's time for the beer of the week. And this week's beer of the week is the Ivory Stout. The Ivory Stout is a white...
Ivory!
The Ivory Stout is a white stout from Brew Link Brewing Company. And it's a smooth as silk white oatmeal stout with natural flavors added. Aromas of creamy oats, cocoa nibs, vanilla, and coffee. It pours white as day with a frothy cream head that will leave your senses confused. Don't let your eyes deceive you and let the flavor speak for itself. And that is brewed in La Crosse, Wisconsin.
Now you read it off of it. Now how does it taste?
It tastes like a total mind fuck, to be honest with you. And also they have a brewery in Indiana, actually. It's in Plainfield, Indiana, which is where Miss Pat is from. And if you guys don't know who Miss Pat is, she is a very popular comedian, one of my favorites. She told me I had a great set at Morty's in Indy one night. Well, when it was still Morty's.
It's now the Helium, and it's like...
It is now the Helium Comedy
It's
Club.
like it's in a strip mall or a mall or something like that. That's what I heard. But it's like it's not in a key place, it's in a very crowded place now. Like
so they moved it?
Yeah, because Brian Cowan was just there, and I was listening to his podcast, The Fighter and the Kid, and he was talking, because he was just there, and he was talking about it, and he was saying it's like in a mini mall or in a strip mall or something like that.
That sucks.
And it's like a very crowded place, and he was like getting stopped by all these people and all
that
this
sucks.
crap.
I would much rather have it. The old Morty's in Indianapolis. It was a Mexican restaurant, and that place was fucking great. They had awesome Mexican food. They had just like regular comedy club snacks, but they also was a full service restaurant because it was an old Mexican restaurant. Mm-hmm. So it was a full service Mexican restaurant, nachos, tacos, all kinds of shit, fajitas. They served all that. It was a regular restaurant, but it was just open as a comedy club.
Yeah, it was
so
nice.
I loved it. I loved it right there. Me and you went to see Bert Kreischer there a couple years ago when he was there. But yeah, Plainfield, Indiana, where Mrs. Pat's from. We got sidetracked from the beer of the week. But the beer of the week, guys, it's a solid beer. These white stouts, if you've ever had a white stout, you know what I'm talking about. But if you pour them into a pint glass, it looks like an ale. It's literally white. The color is literally white, but it tastes like a stout. And a stout is traditionally a dark beer that's got like cocoa and coffee and vanilla and chocolate and cream and all these great flavors mixed together. It's like the coffee. I call it the cappuccino of beers is basically what it is. But it's dark and heavy and they're great. But this is white. And it's not dark like a traditional stout. It's a white stout, and it's a total mindfuck. It really is, and it tricks your taste buds. It really does. But I'd give it definitely like a 4.5 out of 5. So Brewlink Brewing Company, your Ivory Stout, top notch, A+, guys, A+. So that was the beer of the week, guys.
Yeah, and I'm drinking 6 Foot Ball by Quaffon, and they're in Bloomington. Bloomington, Nashville. Where else are they? Somewhere in Indy?
Bloomington, Nashville, Columbus. Bloomington, Nashville, Columbus.
Lafayette. No. I don't know. Who cares? Anyway, yeah. I'm drinking Quaffon in 6 Foot Strawberry Blonde, and they're in like Bloomington, Columbus, all kinds of stuff like that. Pause for effect. Maybe. Hold on. I've had a couple. Woo! All right. Anyway, yeah, and it's good. I've had it I have it all the time.
Ryan's buzzing.
I really like it. Anyway, that is the beer of the week. And thanks for tuning in, guys. We really appreciate it. We're getting up there in the downloads. We're already at our mark for last month's downloads, and it's just the second week. Second week? Yeah, anyway, whatever. It's just the middle of the week, or the middle of the month.
Yeah, we've downloaded. We've got just as many downloads in 2 weeks than we did all last month, which is fucking awesome, guys.
Mm-hmm.
We're up to 169 downloads. And do you know how many subscribers we have? Do you know how many we have?
No, it doesn't say that. It doesn't matter.
Okay, well, we're up to 169 downloads, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah, but that's total. That's over 8 episodes.
That's total over 8 episodes. 169. Well, did you ever think we'd even get over 100? No, fuck no. That's awesome, guys. It's fucking great. I've been mentioning it to a couple people at work, and I mean they've downloaded all 8 episodes and they listened to them all the way through. So we've got people want to support us, and we appreciate all of you that we don't know that continually download this or download it once. If you're listening to this right now and you download it once and you kind of like it, download it again. We're going to get better. I know we might suck and you might be an avid podcast listener like I am. And if I hear a podcast like this, if it wasn't me, I'd probably skip it too. But I'm just asking for a chance, honestly. We are both just asking for a chance to be in your lives every week and to get a little bit of support, because I'm sure all of you have dreams, and this is one of our dreams to have a great podcast, and we're gonna get better. So we appreciate it. We appreciate all of you supporting us, and we appreciate all the downloads. So all we're asking for is a chance.
Yeah, we don't mess with you, and you want to try something new. Yeah, so help us.
We don't judge you.
People help people. Good people help people.
Yeah. What?
Okay.
So. We hope everybody's had a good week this week. When this gets posted, it'll be Sunday. This is on Friday. So when this gets posted, it'll be Sunday, the 16th. So that's Happy Father's Day, everybody. So Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there.
That's on Sunday.
Dads, granddads, what have you. Happy Father's Day, everybody. I hope you guys have a great day. Celebrate it. I know here in Indiana where we're at, it's supposed to rain all fucking day. And rain ruins fucking everything. Literally, rain ruins everything. You can't do anything in the fucking rain. I would rather it snow than rain, to be honest with you. I mean, snow, you can fucking move it out of the way. Rain, I hate rain. I hate it. It ruins everything we do.
Yeah. It's no fun. Yeah, it's supposed to rain for like a week straight, so... But anyway, whenever you were talking about moving in with Tracy and all that, it reminded me of a story, flashback. Anyway, I remember I used to work with this guy, and he moved in. Well, him and his wife moved in with her parents, right? I worked with him at my last job, and he's a white nationalist. So people usually call those people Nazis.
Wait, are you talking about your old job?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah, I remember that guy.
Anyway, yeah, he's a white nationalist, and he helped form a white nationalist party with his father-in-law, which is his wife's dad. Dad. And
in Indiana.
They were in like 10 minutes south of here.
He was from Maryland.
No, it doesn't really matter where he's from. Anyway, he formed some white nationalist party with his father-in-law, and they lived like 10 or 15 minutes south of here. And I remember they were like falling on hard times, and like, of course, when you're a white nationalist and people find out where you live and all this stuff, and he would get bricks thrown through his windows, and he'd like sleep on the couch with a gun under like the couch, waiting for people to throw bricks at his window and all that stuff. Well, he ended up moving in with his parents in a trailer about 15 minutes south of here. And you were talking about couples moving in with their parents and about how shitty it was. Well, it was shitty because it turned out that it was in the news. This is how I found out about it, because it's local. And he ended up having an affair with his mother-in-law, so his wife's mom. He ended up having an affair with his mother-in-law, and the wife and the dad sat outside of a window and watched them fuck. And, like, videotaped it and everything.
Oh, my God.
And called the cops. And...
Called the cops
later. This is the report. This is
what the fuck are they going to do?
This is what I read. It was... They suspected it, and they said that the wife and the dad were going to leave and go somewhere. Well, they didn't. They stayed there and just walked outside and was sitting outside the window watching them. Well, they ended up getting in a mood, and they ended up fucking, and then, like, they recorded the whole thing. It was, like, talking about it outside the window, and they recorded it, and then stormed inside and caught them both, and then he ended up kicking the dad's ass, and then, like, beating up his wife as well, and then they called the cops, and then he ended up getting arrested for battery, for having sex with his mother-in-law.
Are we doing no names?
Yeah, we're doing no names.
Okay, no names. Oh, but
even though he's a white nationalist.
White nationalist, so fuck that guy. We worked with him. I talked to him almost every day when we worked there.
Yeah. And
nice guy. But when we worked there, the word got out that he was in the news. And it was state news.
You'll probably... I don't know if you could find him, but he's all over YouTube. He posted all these videos about... all these rallies he goes to in every single state. It doesn't matter. And he had this crazy fucking idea where he wanted to divide the country into segments of states, and like the white people can have the South, the black people can have the upper East Coast, and like the Hispanics can have like California and all that, and he just divided the country.
So like the West Coast.
Yeah, he just divided the country into every single race, and just had them stay here and here and here and here, and like they would have this just conglomerate of states. And he wanted the white people to have like Florida and Georgia and Alabama and Texas.
Oh, so the shit states.
Yeah, the shit states.
The shit states. Okay.
The nasty, dreary.
Yeah.
And if you're from there, I mean. No offense, but I mean,
we did go to vacation in Florida.
Yeah, it's not like it's super hot and nasty and swampy, and I mean, if you
guys got giant ass pythons now,
and every news story that comes out of Florida is Florida man did this, so like we really want to move there. Cody would move there.
I would move there in a fucking heartbeat. It beats fucking winter, but I mean, let's be honest, guys. Florida's great. It's just. I don't know, man. You guys got pythons now in the Everglades, giant ones, and they're not from there, like 17 feet long. They're eating like baby deer and shit. Mm-hmm. I don't know about that. It kind of scares me a little bit.
But that just goes to show if you're married and don't move in with mother-in-law and father-in-law.
Don't fuck your wife's mom.
Because you end up fucking your wife's mom.
Don't fuck your wife's mama.
And his wife was ugly. I mean, hideous. So I couldn't imagine what the mom was like. And she was like, he's our age. And
devout Orthodox Christians, let's say that.
Was, not anymore. They kicked his ass to the curb.
Yeah.
He kept switching religions. He would switch from one religion to the next and go from one church to another and move from state to state to state because he was very religious. But once they found out what he did, they're like, no, we don't want all this hate coming at us.
Yeah, they said we're
already weird anyway.
Yeah, they said you either stop or you leave the church, and he wouldn't stop, so they made him leave the church.
No, and he'd drive like an hour and a half to go to church.
Yeah, he'd have to.
Because he would just find one and he'd be like, yeah. And it's just crazy, so don't move. If you're married, don't move in with your mother and father-in-law because you'll end up fucking your wife's mom. So... And she was like 50, and he's our age. So I can't imagine what she's like. She must have been like the bomb, or he just... I don't know. Her pussy must have been made of gold. Is the only thing I can think of.
I think the only white nationalists fuck their mother-in-laws, you think?
I don't know. I just remember watching this.
What if there's a white nationalist listening to this podcast? If there's white nationalists listening to this podcast, fuck you. Don't listen to this. Don't listen to this fucking podcast. If you are racist, a white nationalist, anything like that, anti-Semitic, don't listen to this fucking podcast.
And quit just calling them out, you idiot.
No, they don't know where the fuck we're at. They know we're in Indiana. Oh, big fucking deal.
So I want their downloads. So
No. You don't want their fucking downloads. If you listen to this podcast, fuck you. Don't listen. Okay?
Downloads download. I don't care who's on the other end of it.
That's your host, everybody. So now they're all going to quit fucking listening.
No, they won't.
A download is not a download if you're fucking racist, anti-Semitic, anything like that. No.
So just because, I don't know, Hitler shopped at Kroger doesn't mean you're going to stop shopping at Kroger.
I don't shop at Kroger. I shop at Aldi's, bitch.
Who cares? That's not what I mean. Just because you don't want to see somebody doesn't mean you're not going to keep going where you're not going to go.
I don't want people like that listen to the podcast. Listen to our podcast. They can listen to whatever podcast they want, but not ours.
You know what? We can't stop that.
Well, okay. If they want to listen to it, go ahead and listen to it. But I'm saying fuck you to them. Okay? So listen to it. Listen to it if you want. But just know that I fucking hate you.
Oh, God. Well, now who's the hater and the bigot and...
I'm not being a bigot I'm being a bigot to the bigot. So, fuck them.
Then you're a hypocrite. Anyway. But anyway, that was my short story.
So, happy Father's Day, everybody.
I already said that.
Yeah, I know. You reverted your story back from me moving in with Tracy, which I don't know how me moving in with my girlfriend correlates with moving into father-in-law and mother-in-law.
Happy Father's Day. Your wife had sex with your son-in-law. Congratulations.
Yeah. Happy Father's Day.
Here's a card. $20.
Happy Father's Day, your grandpa. So, guys, we had... We're having beer, and I brought pizza again. This is like my excuse to eat pizza. This day, once a week, is my excuse to just go all out and eat fucking pizza. Eat pizza and drink beer. Because I'm having fun. Podcasting, do what I love. This is something that I love. I love to eat pizza. I love to eat, period, and drink beer. So this is like my day. This is like my reward for the week. Even though I might, be shitty eating all the rest of the week, I'm still going to eat fucking pizza and drink beer. And there's nothing wrong with that if you're trying to stay healthy or whatever. If you're doing good, you owe it to yourself for a little bit of a break every now and again. But, so this is my excuse to let loose with my pizza and my beer. Because when I'm moving with Tracy, this is like the only day I'm probably going to have to let loose with my pizza and my beer.
Why, you can't have pizza around here or whatever?
No, I can have pizza around her, but she's low carb right now, so it's not very practical for her to have pizza. But she probably won't want any except for once every blue moon, once in a while,
She eats like a baby bird.
Yeah, not anymore. I'm training her away from that. She doesn't eat enough. I said when I first met her, she would eat really small meals, but only 2 or 3 times a day. And she wasn't getting enough calories, and she wasn't getting enough food, period. And I told her, I said, look, you're going to have to either eat 3 times a day, bigger meals, or you're going to have to eat multiple times a day and the same meals you're eating. And she said, I can. I said, yeah, you can. You can eat. You're going to have to force yourself to eat because you're not getting enough. When you don't eat enough calories, people say, well, I quit eating all this and I've limited my food and I'm losing weight. You're only going to lose weight for a certain extent because you're going to throw your body into starvation mode and then you're going to quit losing weight because your body is trying to keep that weight from coming down. You might still be fat, or you might still be bigger, you might still be overweight. But when you don't have enough calories, your body's going to be thrown into starvation mode, and you're not going to lose it at all. You're not going to lose it near as fast as you could just being in a calorie deficit. So I got her to finally start eating bigger meals, and I've been trying to coach her, and she's done great. She's lost 30 pounds, and I'm not sure. 4 months or something like that. She's lost 30 pounds, something like that. So, which is fucking great. Which is, if you're a girl, if you're a lady, losing weight is fucking hard. It really is.
I think you brought that up in an earlier episode.
Yeah, earlier episode. It really is. I'll say it again. It's hard as shit, ladies. Hard as shit for any of you to lose weight. Just because your metabolisms are slower, you have more body fat than a male does. So kudos to anybody that lose. If you lose 5 pounds, fucking congratulations. That's great. But so she's been doing great, and she's been getting her food intake up and healthy food in. But as long as you can stay in a calorie deficit, you're fine. And I use MyFitnessPal, which I recommend everybody using to keep track of calories. I've never been happier keeping track of calories. Just because I can eat what I want, as long as I log it into my calorie counter on MyFitnessPal, I'm fine. As long as I type it in and if I don't lie to myself, I'm fine. It's never good to lie to yourself about stuff like that. Because if you lie to yourself, then you're not helping yourself at all. So I log everything in, and with my diet over the past, it'll be 3 years. Yeah, it'll be 3 years on the 20th of June. So this month. So in just a few days, it'll be 3 years since I started my health journey, my fitness journey.
Your journey to the other side.
Yeah, it is a journey. It really is. It's a lifestyle. So it'll be 3 years this month on the 20th. And I've changed my diet about 4 or 5 times. So I did keto, I did low carb, I did it kind of around a paleo. I even did vegetarian for a few months, and then about a year ago in October. So it'll be a year in October, a year in September. I switched to calories, and I've done calories ever since, and I've never been happier. I'm
counting calories, that is, not just eating calories.
Counting calories, yes, and it's easy with MyFitnessPal. So if you're out there and you're trying to lose weight, download MyFitnessPal, write down exactly what you eat. If you don't know how to type something in, they have a barcode scanner on the app, so you scan whatever item that is on the barcode, and you put that in the app, and you set up your profile, whatever it calculates your calories to be. Just go off of that. And you sooner or later you get good at adjusting what you need for that day and exercise and stuff like that. Just work with it. Everybody's body is different, and you got to learn your body before you actually make your way into losing a lot of weight. If you have a lot of weight to lose, you got to learn your body eventually. You will lose weight initially, but you just have to learn your body first. So after you lose that initial weight, once you figure everything out, because you will plateau, you just can't let it get a hold of you and drag you down. But, so that was my rant into that, with Ryan saying nothing.
Well, I mean, I don't know what to do. I haven't lost all that weight, so I don't know. I'm oblivious, naive, however you want to say it.
Naive.
To all that information. I was just thinking about that time you got passed out drunk and got kicked out of the casino. How does losing weight remind you of that? I don't remember. I was just thinking about it.
What the fuck?
Well, I'm 3 beers deep now, so I was just thinking
give me another one. Crack into the old Cummcast mini fridge here in the bedroom. Cummcast live from the bedroom.
It's not a bedroom, it's a studio, you fuck.
It's Cummcast live from the bedroom.
No, it's not. It's a studio.
It's the bedroom.
Anyway, I was just thinking about you drinking so much that you passed out in the casino that one time. I'll tell the story. Cody, we went to the casino with a buddy one time, and Cody had, on the way there, we both did. We had, what was it? Was it a liter? A liter bottle?
No, it wasn't a liter. It was a pint.
No, it's bigger than the pint, Cody. It's a big bottle.
We didn't drink a fifth.
It's like 40 ounces.
No, I don't think so.
It doesn't matter. Anyway, it's a big bottle of vodka soda. I would say it's like 40 ounces.
Oh, that's a liter. Yeah, that was a liter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's 33.8 fluid ounces or 1 quart. 1.8 fluid ounces. Wait. It's a quart. Anyway.
It's a fucking quart.
Cody had a quart bottle, we both did, of vodka soda, and on the way down there, and it's like a 45-minute drive, and me and our friend, we go park the truck. We drop Cody off at the door. He goes in there and he just starts pounding drinks. And I mean, when I say pounding drinks, he is pounding drinks. Don't really know how many he had at that point. Not until the next day. But we're gambling away. I think we gambled for like 2.5, maybe 3 hours. I would say more on the 2.5 hour side. And I get a call from the friend, and he's just like, "Hey, we got to get your brother out of here." And I was like, "Why?" He's like, "He is just passed out drunk, sitting at this slot machine up here by the door. So we got to get out." He's about 2 drinks from not being able to leave. So I stopped playing. I pulled my shit out of the machine. I head that way. I meet the friend. He's like, "We got to get your brother out of here." And I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Well, look at him." He just turns around and points at this guy that's Cody, probably like 100 pounds heavier than you are now. And you're just sitting in this chair and you look dead. I mean, you're just dead in this chair. Just arms down to the side and just head folded forward, and you're just dead, all pale white from being intoxicated.
I look like fucking Play-Doh, just somebody left out for 3 hours.
And you're like sitting in the middle of the aisle, 8 feet away from this machine, and you're just dead. You're just sitting there sleeping. And then this security guy was standing above you, talking on the walkie-talkie, and I walk up there, and I said, "Cody, come on," and I tapped you. And you're like, "Huh? Huh?" And I was like, "Come on, we gotta go. We're leaving." And the security guy's like, "Oh, you're with him?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm with him. Fucking look at us, dude. We look exactly.
We're fucking twins.
We look exactly alike." So I was like, "Come on, Cody, we gotta get out of here." "What? Why?" They're like, "You got us kicked out. You're fucking falling asleep drunk." And I tried getting him up. I pushed him up. He ends up falling back down and almost breaking this fucking chair in half. And I just remember he looked over at this guy playing a slot machine beside him, and that guy just gave him the shittiest fucking stare ever. Looked like he'd been losing money all night. And then Cody looked back at me above his shoulder and was like, "This fucking guy." And that guy just got super
That's
pissed.
my favorite fucking part.
He's like, "This fucking guy," and just pointed over to him. And that guy got super pissed. Anyway, we got you up, and we started walking that way, and we tried fitting through, like, the scanners. And they're like, I have to almost turn sideways to get through those scanners. And you, like, tried going through the same one I did and, like, pushing me into shit and all this stuff. And we were heading out the door, and our buddy was going to go get the truck and pull it around the front. Because where we parked it at was in a parking garage. So he had to walk, go upstairs, do all this shit, and come back out and meet us in the front. So he was cashing out tickets, and then I was taking Cody out front, and we were going to go sit on the benches out front. So we walk out the front door, and Cody, he's starting to fall. He's wobbling back and forth, swaying back and forth, and the next thing I know, he grabs this trash can for stability. Well, lo and behold, this thing's on fucking wheels. So he's just walking, ghost walking with this fucking, dragging this trash can behind him like an idiot. Like it's a fucking little red wagon, pulling behind him, dragging it, almost falling down. And he catches himself, and I help him up, and I sit him on this middle bench outside, and he was just like splayed out like a pancake on this bench. Fucking had a nice button-up shirt on. It's halfway up his stomach, his belly's hanging out. All these people are driving, walking by, all this stuff, and we sit there for a minute and are waiting on our ride, and somehow this lady just comes storming out of the front door, and she's just like, "Them goddamn sons of bitches."
And sons of bitches.
And just walks by us, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And she goes to the parking garage, ends up coming back a couple minutes later. He's like, "Them ungrateful sons of bitches, motherfucker." I was like, "What?" And she's like, "Them sons of bitches." And I was like, "You're telling me this guy's so drunk we got kicked out?" And she's like, "Them motherfuckers." And I was like, "Whatever, lady." And she walked back inside, and then finally our ride showed up, and we had to walk across the street. And we had to get Cody in this big jacked up truck, had like a 6-inch lift on it. And
with no side steps.
Yeah, no steps to get up in it. So
when you're fucking fat and there's no side rails on your pickup truck, fuck you too. That's horrible. Why would you put somebody through that shit?
But we had to get Cody up in this truck, and I tried by myself, and I said, Cody, are you ready? 1, 2, 3, and he jumped on 2 and then stopped, and I tried pushing, but it didn't work. And I was like, I couldn't help. I mean, I'm dying laughing. And when you're trying to lift something up and you can't, like, are just busting a gut laughing, it is impossible to do anything. So I said, you're going to have to get out and help me to our buddy. So he gets out, and then by this time, there's 3 cars sitting behind us, and this is a 2-lane thing. Like, we're sitting waiting to get Cody up in the truck, and they're just waiting behind us when they could go around.
They're just rubbernecking.
You know they're just sitting there watching this thing unfold.
Just rubbernecking.
And we give Cody pushes and pushes and pushes, and we're both like stuck under him like we're picking up like the earth. And we finally get him up in the truck, and we head down the road, and we keep going, and he's falling asleep and snoring and all this shit. And then he sits up, and our buddy slams his head into the window with a jerk of the wheel. We finally get home, and we try to get him out of the truck, and his foot gets stuck up under the seat, well, that high up, and he's basically parallel to the truck, hanging out with his arm hanging on and all this shit, and got himself twisted up under the seat with his leg, and we knew we couldn't drop him, so we're just holding him up parallel to the truck. He's just like laying down like fucking a baby in our arms.
If they would have dropped me where my foot was positioned underneath the front driver's seat, if they would have dropped me, it would have broke my leg.
Yeah, but I just remember, I had to shit, and I'm just sitting there, I'm going to shit my pants, holding you up. I'm laughing, having to shit my pants. I'm yelling, all pissed off, and finally we get his leg unstuck, and we just drop him right on the gravel. And he just was like, all right, Cody, get the fuck up. So we get you up, and we both get under one arm, and we walk you to the back house, and I try to open the door, and I push you up against the house, and I was like, Cody, now stay there and don't fall. And then as soon as I let you go, you start falling. There's a like
fucking falling backwards.
Start falling backwards. And I was like, Cody, get up against the fucking house.
Like a fucking cartoon goes, ooh.
Yeah, so I slam you up against the house. And then you stay there, and I get the door unlocked, and I turn the light on so we can see. And we tried getting you up the stairs, and it's just like 3 steps to get up to the main level of the house. And you just keep yelling. We're just like, come on, Cody, we're going to help you. And you're like, no, I got it. And we're just like, come on, we're going to help you. We're going to help you. We helped you the whole way. And he's like, I got it. And I was like, all right. So he just grabs the threshold of the door and just like, it's like a force field. He's just like pulling himself up like a catapult. Just both arms like a cat. Just pulling himself up through the door. And I just remember that. He's just like, and as soon as he gets up those little 3 steps and gets in the kitchen and gets on the main level of the house, he just like beelines straight for his room like he hadn't had a drop of fucking alcohol all night. We have carried him. We have tried to pick him up. We have tried to make him walk straight, and he just fucking acts like nothing happened, like nothing went on that whole night.
But to my bedroom, when I lived here with Ryan, it's all the way through the house, all the way down to the end of the hallway. So you have to go through the kitchen, through the living room, around the corner, and down the hallway past all the bedrooms, and mine is at the end. So I had to walk in an S-shaped pattern, like nothing ever happened. And I remember getting home and walking, and that is it.
Yeah.
And I remember going to bed.
But I just remember we got him inside. I said bye to our friend, and he took off, and I'm walking, and our rooms are right across from each other, and Cody's doors open and his lights on, and he's like sitting there trying to take off his pants, and he's got them around his ankles, and he just like tries to take a step and just falls right on his face in the middle of his room, and I'm just laughing. And then I remember he falls asleep on the couch, and I kept asking him all night what he had to drink, and I couldn't get anything out of him. He was just like, I don't know. Finally, the next morning, I asked him, while I'm making breakfast, I was like, Cody, what did you have to drink last night? He's like, well, I had that quart that we both had. That was like 50-50 vodka soda. And then you get there and you're like, well, I remember as soon as I got there, I bought 2 beers, and then I bought another beer, and then I had 3 double tequila sunrises, and then there at the end, all I had was enough money for 3 shots of Crown. So I had her just line 3 shots of Crown up back to back, and I was just 1, 2, 3, and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ!
And I said,
no wonder you got so drunk.
I said, remember when we were waiting online and you bought me a double shot of Crown? And you're like, yeah. I was like, I had that too.
Yeah. No wonder. I mean, you basically. I mean, we were only there for 2.5 hours, and that much into a 2.5 hour span.
I seen this girl I knew from college, and I seen this girl I knew from college there, and we chatted up, and I was just kind of buzzing when we got there after that half and half vodka soda on the way down there. So I was chatting with this girl, just talking, asking how she is, and 2 hours I see her later, and I don't even remember seeing her. And I was hammered. That was when you two were carrying me out of the casino.
Well, I remember because our buddy told us the story. You saw her again, and you guys were both walking past each other, and you've already said hi and everything. And she smiled at you, and you smiled at her, and you guys have already walked past each other in a line, and then you tried to swing your arm back and hit her. But the way it was like a fucking baton getting thrown.
No, I wasn't trying to hit her. I was trying to pat her on the back or slap. I don't even know. I was trying to pat her on the back or something.
The way the stories are told, you to fucking knocked her out and hit her.
When I passed her, my buddy that was carrying me, he's like, oh, he's going to do something fucking stupid here. I seen him talking to her earlier. He's going to do something fucking dumb. And, I was just trying to pat her on the back or something, but the way I swung my arm, it was like I was trying to throw a baseball backwards.
A fucking meat hook just swinging at this girl.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you missed her, but that's the story of when Cody got us kicked out of the casino one night. And that was a year and a half ago, maybe, something like that.
It's been a while. It's been a while, definitely. And then they tricked me the next morning, and they made me believe that I was kicked out the casino for a week.
Well, we told you were kicked out of the casino forever. And we said, they put a picture of you up and all this stuff passed out on the chair. And
yeah.
But
at first, they tried to convince me that I had knocked down a whole row of slot machines. Yeah. And that didn't work, because there's no way. Because I would have been in jail.
But all them old ladies that were in there were just giving you the stink eye and all this shit.
Well, yeah, because they've been losing their money all night. But that's what happens when you pay penny slots. You don't fucking win.
Yeah. But that was my Cody hammered story, and there's plenty fucking more where that came from, so maybe next week I'll tell another one if I can remember. But it is time for some news stories.
No, we got a new segment in the we have a new segment in the Cummcast podcast, everybody. Each week I am gonna get to pick a topic, and our topic is our new topic, which is our new segment of the podcast, is going to be Would You Rather?
And you're asking me.
I'm asking Ryan, would you rather? And if you want me to answer, I'll do the same thing. So our would you rather for this week, and we're going to do one of these every week. I'll come up with one every single week, would you rather, to ask Ryan. So the first would you rather ever on the Cummcast podcast, Ryan Cummings. Ryan Cummings. Would you rather shit out of your mouth?
You mean your moat?
I spelled it wrong.
M-O-U-T?
Yeah. Would you rather shit out of your mouth or piss out of your nose?
That's a good question. Well, first is moat. M-O or mouth. Do I want to shit out my mouth or piss out of my nose?
There, fucker. I saved it. Would you rather shit out of your mouth or piss out of your nose?
Well, it's a loaded fucking question for one. And it's not a good question either.
It's a would you rather, so pick one.
So if I shit out of my mouth, I gotta taste it. It's basically like vomiting, pretty much. What comes out of my butt then?
Basically vomiting? You don't vomit out your ass.
What comes out of my butt and my wiener?
Piss and shit.
So it comes out 2 places.
Oh, what comes out of your butt and your wiener?
Yeah, that's my question.
Strawberry yogurt.
Out of both?
Yeah. Chobani.
Okay. Well, I got that going for me. It's like the goose that laid the golden egg, except it's yogurt. So if I shit on my mouth, I taste it.
No. You piss cream soda and you shit strawberry Chobani yogurt.
Okay, just let me answer the fucking question.
Okay.
Anyway, so shit on my mouth, if I taste it, piss out of my nose, I got the whole sinus thing going on. I would go shit out of your mouth because eventually you'd get used to that taste.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, you would.
You would not get used to the taste of shit.
Yes, you would.
No, you would not.
You get used to the taste of everything.
Not your shit. Okay, so if we started...
It's just like eating hot stuff.
So if we started right now, this shit that you're about to have with this pizza that we just ate...
Yeah.
Terrible. That's going to be terrible. That's deli meats and carbohydrates you're going to poop out.
Well, it comes out and then I can wash my mouth out with Listerine and stuff. If I piss out my nose, I'm going to smell it. But I'll get used to that too. Because if you eat hot stuff... You get used to hot stuff. If you get used to a smell, you get used to a smell.
So which one are you going to pick?
The shit.
So Ryan's would you rather would be shit out your mouth. And
because if I shit in my mouth, I can just like lean my head out of a window. If it comes up my nose, it just fucking drips. Like, and I gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta shake it twice or you're playing with it.
But
you gotta shake your nose twice.
Yep, shit down my mouth. Number one.
I would definitely go piss out my nose. Because I just couldn't stand tasting my own shit. Because honestly, if anybody eats healthy out there, if you eat healthy, your shits are gross. I had so much gas yesterday. Tracy came over and spent the night with me. I had to warn her. I was like, babe, I've been farting a lot today. I almost made her throw up so much. The first time I ever farted in front of her when we were in bed, just to make myself feel better about it, I gave her a Dutch oven. And for those of you who don't know what a Dutch oven is, it's when you stick the person's head underneath the covers.
Yeah.
She did not think it was that funny. No, I'll definitely take piss out my nose. Just because I stay hydrated a lot, and it's pretty much like piss and water. It still stinks, but hey, whatever.
Gross.
I'll piss out my nose.
And that's Would You Rather, the new segment invented by Cody.
The new segment on the Cummcast, Would You Rather. We're gonna have a new one of these every week. And if you guys want to pick if you guys want to choose which one you would pick and why, shit out your mouth or piss out your nose, please just go ahead and email us.
No, don't email us.
Why?
I don't know.
Why can't they?
Well, usually it would work if we had a poll, but we're not that thing. We're not well maintained on Instagram or nothing
Right,
like that.
you want somebody to email us, so on this episode, for the next episode, if you want to email us, we'll read the emails at the beginning, before we do this segment, we'll read the emails of the last episode. So if you guys want to email the podcast at
thecummcast@gmail.com. If you don't know it already, you're fucking
thecummcast@gmail.com. Well, for the people that are listening for the first time.
Yeah, but you know it. Why are you making me say it?
Because I want you to talk. That's why I have you say it. So if you want to email the podcast at thecummcast@gmail.com, then if you want to answer the question, would you rather shit out your nose or piss out of your mouth?
No. It's shit out your mouth or piss out your nose.
What did I say?
Shit
out your mouth and piss out your nose.
I don't know. You've had 2 beers and you're acting like you had 6.
Okay. So if you want to answer the question to poop out of your mouth or pee out of your nose, then email us.
You know what he's trying to say.
Yeah, email us at thecummcast@gmail.com and tell us which one you choose and why, and we'll give you a shout out and read the email on next episode, next week's podcast before we do this segment. We're just trying to get fucking emails, guys. If we can get one fucking email, that'd be great. It'd be spectacular. That's a new step in the right direction, to be honest with you guys.
Or if you have just a basic question or another topic we should talk about, go ahead and email us. Or you can DM us or whatever. You can find us. I mean, it's not that hard.
And if the DMs on our Instagrams are on the link.
It'll all be in the description.
Yeah, it's on the description of every episode. So let's get into the news stories this week.
We got time for maybe 2.
What we got for time wise?
Don't worry about the time. Just
okay.
We got time for maybe 2.
Okay.
Just trust me when I tell you.
In Florida news, Ryan. Florida news. Here we go. So
except it's a girl. Florida girl.
Okay, Florida girl. So, in Florida news, a Florida teacher is under investigation for writing "What the fuck is this?" on a student's work. Okay, let's just say it's WTF. She didn't say what the fuck.
And let me guess, she's 26.
I'm not sure. So this teacher wrote "What the fuck is this?" on a student's homework. The teacher from Florida who's under investigation after reportedly swearing on a student's science homework assignment. First off, WTF is not swearing, it's the acronym for what the fuck.
It's the same thing.
Okay, the teacher who has not been named is said to have written WTF is this, absolutely no credit, in big red ink on the work.
You obviously didn't study this.
No, it's basically what the fuck. Basically, WTF is saying what the fuck is this. It wasn't anything about. This is a parent saying this. It wasn't anything about not getting the credit. It was more so the language about what she was writing to the students. That was very inappropriate and not acceptable for a teacher whatsoever. Writing on the assignment suggests it was a write-up on a discovery, breakthrough in technology, although it appeared to be a broad subject area as it reads, it can be any area, something that interests you.
So it could have been about anything, and she just said, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah,
absolutely
literally.
Incorrect.
So the student was so terrible with their homework that she said, "WTF is this?" And it says, absolutely no credit. So not only did she say, "What the fuck is this?" but she said absolutely no credit on this assignment. And that is a picture of the teacher, which they still haven't released a name.
So she had a bad day and she got pissed off. And
Right. And let's be honest, kids are fucking stupid. Kids are not the smartest ever.
Not all of them.
Not all of them, no. Talking to a kid is like talking to this beer. You're not going to get anywhere. But the principal of the school said, Cody Pilson, has confirmed that they have taken action and are investigating the incident. Pilson said, "Once we were notified, I noticed district officials and our HR has been involved and they're currently investigating the situation. She was apologetic and it was a mistake on her..." Sorry, I burped. She was apologetic and it was a mistake on her action. Although it is not clear what the action the school has taken against the anonymous teacher, it does sound like the head teacher will be able to forgive her actions.
It's still too early to tell right now. But
it just happened this week.
She got in trouble and now it made the news.
You're right. And this was at Rutherford High School, it says, in Florida.
Alright. So, the teacher fucked up and now she's regretting it. Next subject.
Right. Next news story.
One more.
Okay. Well, let's do two more.
Whatever you want to do.
We can go a little over an hour. It's fine. I'm sure the people don't mind. So, doctors have found over 100 undigested bubble tea balls in a teen's body. Do you know what bubble tea is?
No idea.
A bubble tea is a Asian...
Bumblebee tuna.
So, bubble tea is an Asian type of tea where it's tea and then they put these flavor balls in the bottom of them.
And obviously they're not digested.
And these flavor balls, they look like fish eggs. Now, when me and Tracy go get frozen yogurt, she introduced me to these things, these flavor balls.
Oh, you had that. I know.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. It's these fucking things. Those fucking things. She had 100 of them in her stomach.
Well, you're obviously supposed to chew them, right? Not and you just swallow them.
Yeah, you chew them because then they burst in your mouth. But she's obviously, when she gets to the bottom of the tea, she probably tilts the glass up and drinks them all.
Chugging it like beer.
And you see all those little bubbles in and around? Yeah, those are the bubble tea balls.
This is like wrapped around in her intestines and shit.
Yeah. So they found over 100 of them. She's 14-year-old. This 14-year-old girl from China, ended up in the hospital after not being able to move her bowels for 5 days.
Jesus Christ.
She's not been able to shit for 5 days.
Should have just thrown up after she ate like you do. She wouldn't have to worry about it.
Okay, it's a Taiwanese. So bubble tea is a Taiwanese-based drink which contains tea of some kind, milk, and sugar. But wait, it isn't just a cup of.
Now you're just reading bullshit.
Okay, sorry.
Such as they have
so basically,
chewy balls,
it's
boba.
tapioca balls, chewy tapioca balls, popping balls, fruit jelly, grass jelly, and agar jelly are also added to the drink. So basically what I had was the popping boba. That's what I had in my frozen yogurt. In my froyo, it's called popping boba. And they're just like fruit balls. They just like pop in your mouth. They literally look like the cheap ass air conditioners. They're like the little balls inside the air conditioner and inside the air refresher. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly what they look like. And that's honestly that's what they reminded me of. So
she was having stomach pains, and they sent her to the hospital because she wasn't eating and had stomach aches, and they performed a CT scan and they found 100 unusual round shadows in her abdomen.
Now, in her abdomen, this picture is ridiculous, guys. It goes all the way up to like her lungs.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if she breathed them in or what.
Well, I'd say them things expand once, like, they absorb that shit. They're not filled with it. I don't think. I want to say it's like the Orby bullshits. But once I'd say they would absorb more fluid, so they probably got bigger and bigger and bigger.
If you look at the picture, do you see that like big mass of them in that bottom circle?
Yeah. Well,
it's like a big mass of them that's like blocking her bowels.
That's her colon.
Yeah, it's like blocking her bowels, and it is just a bunch of massive little tiny bubbles.
Huh.
So the doctors realized that they were undigested tapioca pearls from bubble tea the teen had consumed after she finally confessed to drinking it.
Don't you drink bubble tea?
Initially reluctant to reveal she'd eaten the pearls, the teenager said she only drank 1 cup of bubble tea 5 days before the incident. Bull fucking shit! You have over 100 of them. They won't stick 100 of them in fucking tea.
Yeah,
it is ridiculous. So it says, however, the doctor who treated her, Dr. Zhang Loshan.
It doesn't matter his name.
Okay.
You're reading too much into this shit.
Okay. Suspected she might be hiding a truth from her parents because it would reportedly have taken ingesting a significant amount of pearls for an extended period of time for her condition to be severe. So she's been hiding the bubble tea from her parents. Most people hide alcohol. She hides bubble tea.
That's stupid. Next.
Okay.
Next subject.
So the little girl, she made
let her drink fucking bubble tea.
Okay, let her drink bubble tea and let her not shit for 5 more days.
Just tell this stupid 14-year-old bitch to fucking chew them up, not swallow them all.
She's not a bitch, she's a girl. So thankfully the girl was prescribed some laxatives to relieve her of constipation, and she was sent home from the hospital.
And you couldn't do that the first? Just be like, oh, you can't poop? Here's the chocolate laxative.
I bet her taking a shit was like a fish laying eggs.
It's like...
I guarantee it. Alright, this last news story, this one's gonna go a little bit longer.
We're back
just because this is fucking sweet. So, this article, scientists are bringing back extinct species from the dead.
This is a Tasmanian tiger, ain't it?
It is one of them. So, scientists are bringing back 25 different species from the dead, and using their DNA that has existed in fossils and stuff like that. Because I mean, science is fucking ridiculous now, and they can literally extract DNA from anything. And here's just a few of them. I didn't do all 25. Here's some of a few of them that I went through, and I was like, oh, that's fucking sweet. So the dodo, and I'm sure all of you know what the dodo bird is.
I don't know why they're bringing that fucking thing back. It died for a reson.
Well,
they're like the stupidest animal ever.
It went out of existence in the 1600s. So a lot of you know the character from Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss.
It says for the word extinct.
Ice Age, bitch.
Ice Age. So this bird died only 75 years after Dutch sailors landed on its home of Mauritius off the coast of Africa. So it was in Africa.
I bet they were good eating. That's probably why.
Yeah,
probably. Overhunting drove the dodo to extinction.
Sadly, humans introduced invasive species to the island that, along with overhunting, drove the dodo to extinction.
I bet that shit tastes good.
And there's a picture. I mean, there's the picture of the skeleton that they have currently, and then that's what they're gonna basically turn it into. I don't know if they recreated that.
That's what they looked like after
that's what they look like.
Doing stuff like that, and they're blue.
Right.
And then they're just giant chickens.
Right. There are scientists who have to put forth a lot of effort to bring the dodo back. They tried using the cloning approach that the scientists in the 1990s used to clone Dolly, the sheep, which they're making clones of us, everybody.
Animals.
However,
they probably tried humans, but they got all fucked up.
Right. However, it was much more difficult since the animal was extinct. So we might see dodos again, guys. We might see dodos in zoos and shit like that.
Well, if they can put a
I don't know why you clone something and then go put it in a fucking zoo.
Well, if they can put a Tesla in space, they can do that.
You're right. The Oronchus. The Oronchus is missing from Earth since 1627. These giant wild cow animals were once a common subject of cave or through Europe. Unfortunately, they haven't roamed.
That seems like a typo.
I know, it's definitely a typo. So they were subject through Europe.
Of caves through Europe.
No, it said of cave are through Europe. That definitely a typo.
That live in caves that were through Europe.
Way to go, Bob Shideout.com. So unfortunately, they haven't roamed around for several centuries. It
says they're cow-like.
They're wild cow. They're wild. Like wild horses, these are wild cows.
Well, it says wild cow-like animals.
I'll show you a picture here in a minute.
It says they were, however, a few left, and they were domesticated as cows.
Right.
While wild arches, whatever.
They
were hunted to extinction. Below is a picture.
They hunted cows.
Yeah, below is a picture of the heck cow. Heck.
Yeah. So they hunted wild cows. And here's a picture of it. There's a mean bastard. I'd fucking kill that thing. I bet that makes a mean ribeye.
I guess.
Look at the dick on that thing.
It looks like a cow, but I guess it's like...
It looks more like an ox.
Well, it's like they find like certain insects and stuff, and they're like exactly the same, but it has a spot on it, and it's a different species.
Well, it looks more like the cross between an ox and a bull, honestly. To be honest with you, that's what it exactly... Because it looks like a giant fucking cow.
It's a big cow.
Yeah, this is a bull with like horns and shit. It looks like a Texas Longhorn, but like built in with an ox.
It looks like an Angus.
It looks super long too.
Angus and a Longhorn had a baby.
Yeah, but next one we have it says scientists use methods such as selective breeding to bring these animals back from extinction. The Oroch's DNA continues to live in its cattle descendants, making it possible to combine different breeds until the Oroch's are remade from their relatives. They do so by breeding cows that have Oroch's qualities until the offspring resemble the ancestors. So this could possibly come back, a full breed of Oroch's or Ranches or whatever however the fuck you say.
Well, that's cool. I mean, they're bringing back animals, but then the only thing is they're going to stick them in a fucking zoo so people can see them. So, I mean, do we really need to see more?
Exactly. That's what I was saying earlier. So what's the point of bringing them back? Like the dodo. If they recreate the dodo... If they stick it in the zoo,
they're not going to be wild anymore. People are
right,
just
exactly.
They're
not going to stick them out in the wild unless they put them on a big preserve. But it's a fucking dodo. I mean, a fucking red-tailed hawk can just just swoop down and fucking snatch that bastard.
Yeah. If
you could get a great horned owl and you ever seen an owl's arms? They look like people's arms.
I don't think they have arms. I mean, they have feet.
Okay, their legs. Their legs look like arms. They just come out and go,
yeah.
But so like I said, if they just recreate these things, they're just gonna stick them in a fucking zoo. And they're not gonna keep them wild. So what's the point in recreating them?
I don't know. Like you're gonna have a fucking cow in a zoo.
I'm telling you, man, they need to get hunted again. They need to repopulate them, and then they get hunted again.
They'll just farm them. That's what they're gonna do.
They need to get repopulated again,
and it'll be I
bet they make a badass ribeye.
The new Kobe. Is what it's gonna be.
It's the new thick burger at Hardee's.
Yeah.
Oronchus.
Come
get the Oronchus thick burger. Anyway. Double the Oronchus, double the cheese.
All right, is that it? Is that all we got?
Nothing better than a bacon or raunchous burger. No, we got a couple more. The quagga.
I mean, do we really need to see any more?
Yeah, they're awesome.
No, I don't want to see any more.
Just a couple more.
No!
The quagga. It's non-existent since 1883. To most of us, the quagga resembles a zebra. This is like a zonkey. It's literally like a fucking zonkey. Yeah. No, listen to this. The quagga was hunted to extinction, this time in South Africa. There is DNA evidence that alludes to the fact that the quagga was a subspecies of the zebra. That's why a group of people in South Africa are selectively breeding zebras to remake this extinct animal.
It's a skinny zebra.
It looks like, it's
the anorexic zebra.
No, it is. It literally looks like a zonkey, but like
the stripes stop halfway through its body. That's it.
No.
Yeah, judging by the picture.
Like, you know how you make a McGangbang? Like you take the McChicken and the McDouble. It's like the donkey half is the McChicken and the zebra half is the McDouble. And you just put them together.
It's fucking stupid. Why would you make that?
It's the McGangbang of animals.
It's dumb.
It looks like a zonkey, but not really. It looks like cat dog. It looks like cat dog if the donkey's ass had a head.
That's a zebra.
It's a quagga.
Whatever.
So, unlike the heck cattle that don't exactly look like oronches, the opposite is true of the quagga project. These animals look a lot like their ancestors. Can we say we've been resurrected? Okay, fuck that. Unfortunately, it's impossible to know if the new quaggas act like their extinct ancestors. Therefore, they now have the name Ra quagga. So it's like the new, I guess Ra means new. So new quagga.
I guess.
Alright, just a couple more here.
You said that a couple more ago.
No, really, honestly. Yeah, literally just
Tasmanian tiger.
Three more, we're done. 3 more. These are fucking cool, okay?
I guess.
Okay, the Irish elk. It's been extinct. The Irish elk's been extinct for 7,000 years. The Irish elk is known for the largest deer ever. The height to its shoulder was 7 feet. This fucker was 7 feet tall. Elks nowadays are like 5 something. This fucker was 7 feet tall, and its antlers was the width of 12 feet. What in the fuck? Giant. They roamed across Europe, not just primarily Ireland, and about 7,000 years ago, the last one died. It is interesting that its bones were then used in the 1800s to prove that extinction actually happens. So the Irish elk is what proved how extinction actually happens. So over 200 years ago, they proved that extinction actually happens using this animal that's been missing for 7,000 years.
I mean, it is a big deer, and you know why they were extinct.
Well, it's fucking crazy. Look at this picture.
That's pretty huge.
7 feet tall.
It's like a moose and an elk combined.
I don't know how tall a moose is. I don't think a moose is 7 feet tall.
Yeah, they are.
Are they?
No, maybe not. They're pretty fucking tall.
They're pretty fucking tall, but this thing, I mean, they said 12 feet wide is their antlers, and these things look like you could jet ski on them.
They definitely look disproportional.
Yeah.
Got little skinny legs, big fat body.
Right. So if they bring that fucker back, holy shit. You know how much money they pay for game tags for that fucking thing?
I want to go back to that picture.
That picture?
Yeah. What the fuck is that? It's like a giant stuffed walrus.
That's a bison. That's a bison. That's like an extinct bison.
Looks like a water buffalo type thing.
Oh, it might be.
Oh, it's an ox.
Oh,
like
ox,
a yak.
Yeah. It's a yak.
That's what it looks like. It looked like a big seal, big stuffed seal.
Yeah. Unfortunately, when scientists talk about resurrecting extinct species with backbreeding or gene editing on exact copies of the animal, it is impossible to make alive again. So when these methods are used, really the results would be a hybrid of the extinct species with its living relative, and it would share the characteristics of both. Either way, if you combine the genes of an elk now and an Irish elk, that's a big fucking animal.
Mm-hmm.
Because elks are not 7 feet tall, 7 feet tall, and that's a big fucking animal, dude. So to be honest, if you just combine them, eventually, in years from now, you could get really close to having what the Irish elk used to be. So eventually, you could get really close to it.
So, well, is that it?
No, we got 2 more.
Oh my, come on!
2 more, man. 2 more. We're done. Okay, well, you want to do the. Okay, we'll do the cool one. Okay, I got 3 more.
It does. I mean, they're bringing back fucking animals.
Okay, what do you want to do? You want to do the tiger or the bird?
I don't want to do any of them.
Okay, we'll do this last one because I'm sure everybody knows what the Tasmanian tiger is. Tasmanian tiger, it's like a giant dog cat thing. They're probably going to bring that back. Okay, the last one I got here to finish this podcast up.
It's a fucking elephant bird.
No, listen. The elephant bird, it's been
Dumbo, bitch, elephant bird.
What? It's been unseen.
What?
It's been unseen.
What?
It's been unseen since the 1600s. The reason why the bird was named after the elephant shouldn't be surprising. This thing was
1,700 pounds.
It was the largest bird to ever exist, and it weighed up to 1,700 pounds. A fucking bird weighed 1,700 pounds. That's fucking that could carry you and me away right now. It would break through the ceiling of this house and pick us up and fly us away.
It said it laid eggs.
Yeah.
Sadly, it was a victim of egg stealing. Humans were entranced by the giant eggs and thought it would make a great meal. Now it seems that the eggs may be the key to reviving the lost species. See, why did you start with this?
Look at the size of this fucking egg.
You got fucking Irish elk and bullshit. Fucking the elephant bird, dude.
The Irish elk is pretty cool.
It's like 300-400 times the size of a regular egg.
Let's just say it's
like twice the size of a human head.
Yeah, it's like twice the size.
That's a big butthole.
Yeah, it's like twice the size. It's like twice the size, 2.5 times the size of a human head. 2.5 times the size of a human head.
Show the picture of it. Of the elephant. No, not that. Not the egg. The elephant.
There is no picture of the bird.
What? You don't have a picture of the elephant? What bird were you showing earlier?
That was the woolly mammoth. They're bringing that back too. Anyway, so this egg.
That's easy. They find all
this
that
egg.
shit
This egg is like 2.5, 3 times the size of a human head, and this lady next to it is comparing a regular egg to that. And
Give me a description of the fucking elephant bird. I want to know what that looks like.
It says scientists were able to extract DNA from the egg fossils. Many wonder, though, if it is really the right thing to do to bring back certain species. Like, it's a
flying fucking elephant.
A 1,700-pound bird. We all know how that went in Jurassic Park. It was definitely a bad idea how species can justify this exploration. But that's fucking ridiculous, man. A 1,700-pound... That was literally... Like, it's like having a fucking... It's like having 2 times a pterodactyl in your fucking house. That's unimaginable.
I just know, fuck that other bullshit you were talking about. Bring back the fucking elephant bird. That would be the coolest thing ever.
Alright, I'm pulling up a picture of... Holy fucking shit.
Oh, I thought it looked like an elephant.
It's an ostrich.
It looks like
a giant ostrich.
It just looks like an ostrich. That can't be it.
That can't be it. But no, also another animal they're bringing back. The last animal I had on there was the...
They have an elephant bird egg for sale?
Yeah, was the elephant bird news. We should subscribe to that.
Type into Google.
We should subscribe to that newsletter, Elephant Bird News. No, but they're bringing back the woolly mammoth. They're trying to bring back the woolly mammoth, which is a fucking mistake.
They've been doing that forever.
I know, but that's a fucking mistake.
They find new pieces of him everywhere.
I need to find this elephant bird thing.
Not really. I mean,
it didn't say it flew. It didn't say it flew.
I'm guessing. Well, because there's an ostrich and there's a human, and I'm guessing that's what that looks like.
There it is. It didn't say it flew. So there's the elephant bird. The elephant bird was 10 feet tall. It says here. An ostrich is up to 9 feet tall, which that's a big ostrich. Yeah. And the elephant bird was up to 10 feet tall.
But it's like 4 times the size of the
Look at that. That is a fucking dinosaur. And it was in when was that?
Said like the 1600s.
The 1600s? The
Unseen.
400 years ago, that motherfucker was that fucking thing?
Yeah.
That thing. And look, look at that. No, fuck that. What is that? The terror bird. That's just like a terror bird except different. That's like a that's like an ostrich. Yeah, that's like a non-badass terror bird, but no, the elephant bird is like it's like a giant ostrich, honestly, to be honest with you, but it's like a 1,700 pound. Think of an ostrich, but if he worked out with Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Anyway, so bring back the big birds. I'm all for that.
Bring back the elephant bird.
Fuck the elk, deer.
That's how people figured out that extinction exists, though.
And the fucking cow. Anyway, that's the Cummcast, people. Thanks to Cody for his long fucking news topics.
Hey, it doesn't matter if it's over an hour if it's interesting.
I'm not worried about the time. I'm just worried about you drowning on about all this boring bullshit that nobody cares about.
I thought it was interesting.
Bring up the fucking elephant bird first fucking thing. Anyway, I wish it was more like a Dumbo type thing, but no, it's an actual bird bullshit. Anyway,
it looks like Big Bird's cousin.
Anyway, thanks for listening, everybody. Appreciate you. If you got any topics or questions or anything you want to ask, just email us at thecummcast@gmail. Everything you need to know is in the description. Our Instagrams, all that shit. If you want to follow us, I hardly post. Cody posts motivational bullshit all the time.
I post motivational quotes weekly, daily. I post food that I make every day. So if you just want a little bit of motivation for your week to do something to better your life, live a healthy lifestyle, just go ahead and follow me. I'm at Cody Cummings Official.
And I'm at Cum007 Ryan. You're welcome. Anyway, yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. We appreciate you. Again, if you want to rate and review us on iTunes, we appreciate it. You don't have to.
You can subscribe if you want to.
Yeah, subscribe to us. Keep downloading. Let somebody know. Tell somebody. Say, hey, listen to these two fat fucks discuss stupid fucking news topics that nobody cares about.
Elephant bird.
Until they bring up the elephant bird. But we
are now the Elephant Bird Podcast.
But we appreciate you. We're glad that you're on this crazy ass journey with us to make this podcast. But thanks for listening, everybody. And tune in next week. Will be episode number 10.
And possibly here next episode, we might have our first guest. So next episode, we might have my good friend Sam Bob Patrick on the podcast, my co-headliner for our comedy album. So we might have him on the next episode. Might be the episode after that. So just stay tuned here in the next couple episodes. We'll have my friend Sam Bob Patrick on the podcast, and he is a fucking riot. You guys are going to love him. So everybody, we hope you had a great week. Hope you have a good next week. We'll see y'all next week. And just remember, when life gets you down, just milk that fucking pig,
when
guys.
Life gives you lemons, you milk that pig.
Milk that pig.
All right. Thanks, everybody. We're out. Peace.